Welcome back. You are listening to the Mari Makwanda Show on Salam Media. It is 6 minutes after 12 on this Monday, the 23rd of November 2020. Before you know it, the year 2020 will be over and you don't have to worry or you don't have to stress yourself too much. But, anyways, we don't know what the future holds. And we're just going to be grateful and we're going to take it one day at a time. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing. So, on today's book review, I'm going to be chatting to Tumelo Koko, who is an author as well as the founder of Debuka. It's an online bookstore for young and upcoming authors. Now, he collaborated with three other authors to bring us this book titled Metamorphosis. The term metamorphosis means a biological process by which an animal physically develops after birth or hatching, involving a conspicuous and relatively abrupt change in the animal's body structure through cell growth and differentiation. Let us find out from Tumelo if the book Metamorphosis has anything to do with the definition metamorphosis. Tumelo, hello.
Inviting me to the show.
How are you today, Tumelo?
Hello.
Hi, Tumelo. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, awesome. So I just give the definition of the word metamorphosis. What is your book Metamorphosis all about? Has it anything to do with the definition?
It does actually. So what I did with the title is I took it and adapted it to the human context. I was describing in a fictional context my metamorphosis from being a young Limpopo boy to what I am now.
All right. Why this specific title for the book? I mean, there are other books on the market with a similar title. And, when somebody goes and Google Metamorphosis, the book, it brings about those other books instead of yours. So why this specific topic or title, rather?
Well, since childhood, I was very interested in the scientific field. So I felt that although this is a literature sphere, I can still bring myself out in making it feel scientific. So, in maybe searching for the word metamorphosis, you might find scientific literature regarding the word. But instead, sprinkled among those, you'll find this book itself. It'll be a gem among your searches.
Mm-hmm. Why did you choose to collaborate with three other authors?
Well, that wasn't necessarily a choice. It was a matter of the
Mm.
program that I went through that got me into being an author. So, what they encourage is collaboration, especially within the African community, which is why they chose the model of making us work together and encourage teamwork with regards to writing this book.
All right. Tell us about the structure of the book and how should we read it?
Well, right now it's only available in physical form, so you can buy it on the online bookstore. It will be available digitally within the next 3 years. It's in the works, but right now it's not available digitally. It's only the physical form.
Okay, tell us about your story in the book.
My story chronicles the life of Tlhompa Tsokolo, who is a rural Limpopo boy. It contrasts his life to those of his peers in cities like Polokwane, where they live in um, rental houses and mansions, as opposed to mud huts that he would live in and cooking on fire as opposed to stoves. So, in drawing that contrast, it also contrasts my life and how I lived, bouncing between Benoni and Limpopo.
And what is the outcome of Klompa's life, rather? Where does what does Klompa transforms into or metamorphosizes into?
Well, in this edition of the book, I only draw one stage of his metamorphosis, which is his caterpillar stage. So I
Mm.
end the book while he's still in primary school. In the next releases, I'll be chronicling his cocoon stages and butterfly stages, tracking his high school life and university life, and eventually adult life. So that'll be the metamorphosis that I'll be taking the readers through.
All right. Tell us about Dibuka. What is the Dibuka all about?
Well, right now, Dibuka is still a prototype online bookstore for African authors. So, any author who would like to make their book available on the online bookstore can DM me on any of the social media platforms where I'm available, and I'll add their book onto the catalog. So, it's available for any African author who would like to have their book on there, and any person who would like to buy a book will get their book delivered to their door within 10 days.
All right. Awesome. That's a great idea. Did you face any challenges while writing and publishing this book?
Pardon?
Did you face any challenges during the publication and writing of your book?
Well, the challenges that I faced were mostly financial and creative. But the creative took some introspection, which I managed to do, and some encouragement from my support structure. And the financial was also with assistance from my support structure and the people around me.
Do you think that there is room for Black authors in South Africa?
Room for South Africa in what way?
Well, but Black authors are not widely advertised or spoken of or read of. I mean, whenever we do book reviews for authors, it's usually other race groups. So, is there space for Black authors?
Well, the fact that we aren't being put on a pedestal, that means there's a market for us and there's a deficit and scarcity in our literature. So that means we should
Mhm.
write more and we should try sell more. And the fact that we aren't being put on platforms means we should try our best to build platform ourselves, which is the basis of why I built the book, for us to have our own platforms for our own book to support ourselves. Because in essence, who else will support us if not ourselves?
Yes, true. Black men, you are on your own. All right. So you did mention that people can get a copy of the book online. Are you on social media?
Yes, I'm on Instagram _Tumelo Koko. I'm on Twitter, Tumelo AK. And I'm on Facebook. You can search me, Tumelo Koko. And I'm on LinkedIn as well, Tumelo Koko.
All right, Tumelo. Any advice for young upcoming authors or anyone who's interested in writing a book?
Well, my advice is don't try to start with perfection. Use whatever you have around you and start with what you have. You'll build incrementally and improve incrementally. Also, don't be adverse to taking positive criticism. That's the best way to improve. Getting criticism from the people around you who care about you.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, Tumelo, and good luck with your future endeavors.
Thank you for having me. Have a great day.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye.
That was Tumelo Koko, the author of the book Metamorphosis. Actually, it's a collaboration, and he's one of the authors of the book titled Metamorphosis. It's a collaboration, collaborative book by four young Black authors from different backgrounds who are telling authentic stories in a simple yet engaging way. And they are saying that not only will you see yourself in these stories, but you will learn new things too. You can find him on social media as Tumelo Koko, and he's also the founder of an online bookstore for young and upcoming authors called Dibuka. Yeah, guys, you are listening to the Mario Mokonda Show on Salam Media, and we will be right back.